COVID numbers, a multi-county police chase. We will as well talk about a host of other things, high school basketball scores, and the impending light snowfall that might make for a dicey commute. Thank you for being a part of the show. It is Thursday, publication day for the Sagersville Independent, and if time allows towards the end, we'll maybe hit a few high spots of today's paper, just in case you don't have one. And if you don't, well, there's time. Thank you all again for being a part of the program. Yes, we've been talking about it all week long, and at the onset, there looked like there was a decent shot of a decent snowfall, after a few already, as a cold front is going to make its way across eastern Kentucky tomorrow morning. With it now, we believe nothing more than some light snow late tonight into tomorrow night. Now, there is some measurable snow along with this cold front expected, but that is more measurable, I should say, over extreme southeast Kentucky, especially near the Virginia border. But we could, and we will, I believe, see some flakes, and we'll outline just how many and when, we think, in just a few moments. We're still looking at temperatures tomorrow to be right around 32, 5 degrees less than that for the first half of your weekend, and then starting to improve thereafter. 40s by Sunday, and the 50s by early next week, along with some showers, sad to say. Candidates drew for ballot positions today across the Commonwealth, and McGoffin County was included as well. We'll make that list known to you later on, soon, via the Sagersville Independent and the website, so you can look for that should you like to get a little head start on who's going to be where on the ballot for the May primary. Still, the May primary, the pending legislation, which may push the primary up, which has been proposed, is still just that, and nothing has happened on that front. Fingers crossed that it won't. We'll wait and see. The Johnson County Sheriff's Department is investigating a vehicle, still is, a vehicle that was stolen in Johnson County, and one of their deputies found a vehicle matching that description last evening and attempted to make a traffic stop that ultimately resulted in a police chase at high speeds through multiple counties, and the operator, before ultimately being arrested, crashing into a police cruiser. The chase led into Martin County. That was where a man identified as John Strong crashed into a Martin County constable who had become involved in the chase. There was a female also in the vehicle that was fleeing. She was identified as a Ricky Spradlin. Both were arrested and lodged in the Big Sandy Jail. We'll talk more about those charges in just a few moments. As for the entire incident, it all stems from authorities investigating a stolen vehicle that was stolen out of Johnson County on the 15th of January, just a few days ago. Officer Arms with the Sheriff's Department saw the vehicle in question, or one matching that description, traveling on 1559 in Stambo with a license plate not illuminated, and upon running the registration, confirmed that that was the vehicle that was reported stolen to the Johnson County Sheriff's Department earlier in the month. A traffic stop was initiated, but the driver of the vehicle fled, and at a high rate of speed, in excess of 85 miles per hour at times, crossing into both lanes of travel, continued on 1559, then turned on to Hilltop Road, onto 23, and towards Lawrence County, traveling reckless and with a great deal of danger to other motorists. It continued on 23 and then made a right-hand turn onto 645 and then into Inez, and that's when the Martin County Constable Tony Priest got involved. The vehicle then made a U-turn to go back west, and that's when Strong struck the constable's vehicle. But he still didn't stop there. With flat tires on the stolen vehicle, he still continued to try to get away until deputies with the Johnson County Sheriff's Department were finally able to block the vehicle and bring it to a stop. And then he still didn't go quietly. Strong struggled with officers, had to be forcefully handcuffed and restrained, giving authorities then the opportunity to search the vehicle. They found a meth pipe, they believed. They found as well a lighter and a hypodermic syringe that they believe contained methamphetamine, a spoon with residue on it, and other items, I do believe. Strong did not have a valid driver's license. His came back suspended due to a prior DUI for which he had an outstanding warrant on, one of two that they also served on him at the time. claiming he had purchased the vehicle from a Thomas Atkins for $1,200. The vehicle again reported stolen, while Strong faces charges of speeding at 25 miles per hour or more over the speed limit, receiving stolen property, fleeing and evading police, wanton endangerment in the first degree of a police officer, DUI second with aggravated circumstances, possession of meth, drug paraphernalia, and no valid operator's license. As for Spradlin, she was charged with public intoxication of a controlled substance, resisting arrest, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon for a gun that was found in her possession, and possession of methamphetamine. Whether the new year brings you new dreams or you're working towards the same ones, let Salyersville National Bank help you build, bank, or save for them. Salyersville National has been helping dreams come true since 1902. Give them a call at the main location, 349-3131, or the branch, 6121.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabyte of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 gigabyte of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Do you really want to get caught in this again on those tires? Get there in one piece and save. Conley Tires got specials going on right now through the end of March, like $100, even $200 back on a set of Goodyears. And get those tires, brakes, service, whatever you need with 6 months no-interest financing. Conley Tire in Staffordsville or conleytire.net.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Now, talking of COVID, we'll get to local numbers in a few moments, but unofficially, but with great certainty, it looks as though McGoffin County set a new record with today's numbers, as has been expected for the past few days, just following the trend. And we'll talk about today's numbers and where we stand with still 1 day left to go in the week, which will most assuredly put us into uncharted territory. And we're also still waiting to hear an updated number of deaths in McGoffin County. Public Health Director believing that there have been several related to or caused by COVID just over the course of the past few weeks alone. We'll talk about that in a second. I have state COVID data before I go to the first break. And before I get to that, in his Team Kentucky update earlier today, Governor Beshear outlined a number of new opportunities, over 1,000 job opportunities and $160 million investments. New vertical farming operation that will create 125 high-paying jobs in Boone County. Confluent Health to create 350 good-paying jobs at its Louisville headquarters. Levi Strauss to open a new distribution center in northern Kentucky, 300 jobs there. A new Kroger fulfillment facility, 161 full-time jobs in Jefferson County. Piston Automotive adding over 115 full-time jobs, expanding in Louisville. And medium-term housing, as he went on to another topic, and that being the tornadoes. Back on December the 10th and the 11th, the state purchasing approximately 200 new travel trailers, RVs, I think 27 to 36 feet in length, all new, for temporary housing for those who lost their homes or were displaced from the tornadoes. Now, on to state COVID data. We have another day well over the 10,000 mark, with the positivity rating down just enough to say it is down. Close to 13,000 cases today, 12,756 for the Commonwealth. One of the worst death tolls we've had for a single day in some time. We've been in the 20s consistently, low to high for the number of weeks. Today, 39. Positivity rating down a bit, down to 31.6. We had reached as high as 33, I believe, was the peak this week, while the number of vaccinated still just over 2.8 million, so another 46,917. When we talk about our local COVID numbers in a few moments, you know how always before we were essentially just talking about the numbers of counties which were red, and not red on the incident rate map. Now we're talking about the ones that are under 200 and 100, as we try to separate them in that manner, because, again, the entire state is red, and, again, the number of counties over 200 is quite staggering. I'll have that in your McGoffin numbers in just a minute. For local COVID, I spoke with Director of Pupil Personnel in the McGoffin County School System, Justin Bailey, earlier yesterday, and got a recent update on the number of cases within the school district for the past few weeks. On yesterday, they had 6 new cases of COVID. I believe the majority of those were in students. That means that for the week, the first 3 days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we had 25 students to test positive and 2 staff. The week before that, for the full week, 34 students and 6 staff. The week before that, 15 students and 15 staff. So numbers have been increasing, and we will have to wait, of course, until after tomorrow to see where this week will stand. As for a comparison, some of the highest weeks prior to last September, we had 1 week, I think, in the school system, says Bailey, that had 51 positive cases. In November, we had 38. So last week we had 40, and through yesterday we had 27 this week and counting. Numbers from the health department today, as were sadly expected, push us, we do believe, over the highest week we've ever had here in McGoffin County. We had a record-breaking Saturday at 45 cases, down to 6 on your Sunday, not unusual for the latter half of the weekend. Then we started off with 25 Monday, and then that big 68 record-setting day on Tuesday of this week. 36 cases yesterday, add all of that to 31 released today. We are at 211 cases for this week's worth of counting, with tomorrow to go. And again, I believe that 211 puts us over our highest week ever. I'll confirm that tomorrow. And hopefully we'll also have our public health director here tomorrow to try to confirm just how many more lives we've lost, at least in part due to COVID. He's been calling this week to get that number from the state, and that's, as you can understand, more than likely a slower process than what you would like it to be. So hopefully an update on that tomorrow. 2 hospitalized. That number has dropped from 6, which we had on last night's program. The active case count's gone up by 10, and the health department is still taking appointments for vaccines for next Tuesday. That's first or second round or boosters of the Moderna vaccine. And the Kentucky's incident rate map for today still all red, has been and will be for quite some time. And now we're differentiating counties by those which are in the 200s and 300s. By my calculation earlier today, there were as few as 5 counties which were under 100. And the majority of those were in the mid to upper 90s, with the exception of Trigg and Wayne in the 70s. The number of counties in the 200 range or higher, in the 200s, is 76. And at least 15 Kentucky counties that I counted over the 300, some of them in the high 300s, and then Hopkins County over 400 right now. McGoffin County's made another jump to 188. Johnson County's jumped over 200, as has Floyd. Morgan's over 200. Martin's over 200. And with the exception of Menifee County at 94.7, all of the immediate eastern Kentucky area is well over the 100 mark and 200 mark, and some above. I've got some scores for you, and the Lady Hornets playing, I believe, tipping off a bit early tonight. Just not enough players to have a JV and a varsity squad, I believe, tonight, possibly for both teams. Nevertheless, I'll get to that in just a few seconds right now, and some other big news coming out of Johnson County, actually, that I'll expand on later, I'm sure, when the opportunity presents itself. But, again, now, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. Happy birthday, Mary Sue. Happy birthday, Mary Sue Gamble. Love, Crystal and Dalton, and a host of family and friends. Happy special 45th birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mary Sue Gamble. Happy birthday to you. A couple of announcements and some new reminder, or a couple of reminders and new announcements on the rest of the calendar. First, the Grayson Art Gallery, opening this Friday with the showing, which will be there for the next few weeks, featuring works by Tom Whitaker. The opening event for the season and the year will also be accompanied by some great entertainment. Our friend Laidback Country Picker, as well as Luna from Luna and the Mountain Jets. And it's just going to be a wonderful evening, 6 to 9, the Grayson Art Gallery this Friday. A great place to pick up something for your sweetheart or yourself, no judging, will be February the 5th at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. All the proceeds from the concessions and as well as the donations that they take will go to support Project Graduation, and they'll have everything from baked goods, custom teas, Pampered Chef, concessions, wood, crafting, wreaths, jewelry. Over 30 vendors are going to be there. Red Aspen, pottery, rat knives, candles, and more. That is February the 5th at the Community Center. This from the Indian Mound chapter of the DAR. Would you like to be involved in a community service organization and have an ancestor that fought or gave aid in the American Revolution? Well, the DAR's Indian Mound chapter is currently seeking new members, and they'll have someone to talk to you about it at Wages Income Tax Service on Route 40, about 3 miles or so, not quite, a little more than 3 miles, I guess, out of Sagersville. And that will be Saturday, February the 26th, so you've got some time, 10 till noon. If you have any questions, call 496-6733. While from there, tonight's funeral service announcements brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Saturday.
A reminder, services start tomorrow at 2 for 93-year-old Pauline Salyer, who passed away Wednesday of this week.
Wages Tax Service.
Daughter of the late Millard and Julia Kane Salyer. She survived by a son, Carol Exley, and 4 grandkids and 8 great-grandchildren. She's preceded in death by her husband, Harold, and son, Danny Joe. Services again, 2 o'clock tomorrow from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Jim Day Gibson, 73 of Sagersville. His services will start Saturday at 1. He's survived by his wife, Hazel May Adams Gibson, sons Jamie Gibson and John Borders, and a granddaughter, Emily Grace Gibson. He's preceded in death, of course, by his parents, but as well 8 brothers. Funeral services start Saturday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation tomorrow after 6. Wade Shepard Jr., 39 of Gunlock, passed away on Monday at the Hazard ARH facility. Son of the late Wade and Madonna Shepard, he was the husband of Sharon Coleman Shepard, and along with his wife, he's survived by his son John, daughters Madison and Brooklyn and Peyton, all of Betsy Lane, sisters Janelle Handshoe, Dusty Shepard, Jeannie Shepard, Destiny Shepard, Riona Shepard, and Terry Elvam. Visitation will be Saturday at the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home after 6. Services will be Monday. Visitation as well again on Sunday, and then services Monday at Nelson Frazier at noon. Arrangements incomplete at this hour for 75-year-old Vina Holbrook Hall of Prestonsburg. She passed away yesterday. Those to be announced through the McGoffin County Funeral Home, as are arrangements which are still pending for 60-year-old Roland Matthew Bailey Sr. of Bedford Springs, formerly of McGoffin County, who passed away earlier today. And arrangements are also being made at this hour for 49-year-old Tracy Hackworth of Sagersville, who passed away on today's date at the UK Medical Center, the wife of Keith Hackworth. Again, the McGoffin County Funeral Home to announce her arrangements. Not everything has changed over the years. Fraser's Prater Drugstore is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Fraser's Prater Drugstore in downtown Sagersville. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Just like Christmas, it only happens one time of the year. and it's here. The annual half-off Christmas sale at the seasonal shop. That's right, everything in the store Christmas is half off, and everything clearance is marked down 70%. That's right, it only comes one time of year after Santa has come and gone. The annual half-off Christmas sale for a very limited time at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. It's been a discussion for literally years. There was a nickel tax proposed that was debated, that was shot down by the community, and then again, and back and forth. And as of late, the Johnson County School District has been proceeding with plans to build a new Johnson Central High School. And they made the new location of that school very public earlier today. One of those most recent public hearings or forums where they invited the public to have input on the new facility, I think held the latter part of November. And plans obviously moving very well ahead. Sitting high atop the hill above the Paintsville Walmart, the sign erected declaring this spot the future home of the new Johnson Central High School. The Board of Education has been discussing the facility, its needs, their wants from the community, and it is still a work in progress. And as time goes on, we'll tell you more when we know more about the future home of Johnson Central High School. Again, atop the hill behind the Paintsville Walmart. I'll have Lady Hornet highlights for you on tomorrow, as that's where I'm headed as soon as I wrap up the show. For tonight, just a quick update on 57th District Basketball here in Magoffin and Johnson counties. As I covered with some highlights last night, the Magoffin County Hornets took down the second seeded team right now in 15th Region Basketball, Lawrence County, in 3 overtimes, and then went on to win over Morgan County 66-48 this week, putting them at 10-10 and putting them on the road at Perry Central. That game tomorrow night at 7:30. The Lady Hornets are in action again tonight. They've been trying to get in a game with Breathitt County all week long at least for the last 2 or 3 nights, and COVID and other things. And I talked to Coach Justin Williams earlier today, and tip-off was set for 7 o'clock. They did not have enough, I believe, either team possibly, at least one, to have a junior varsity and a varsity squad tonight, so they're playing varsity, and tip-off was set for 7 o'clock. The Lady Hornets coming off their win against Phelps last Saturday, and again hosting Breathitt County tonight. They also play again tomorrow, hosting Wolfe County. That game's set for, I think, 6:30 tomorrow evening. Johnson Central and the Golden Eagles 73-49, a win Wednesday over East Ridge. That puts them hosting Boyd County tomorrow at 7:30. The Golden Eagles 9-7 right now, 15th Region, 2-1 in the 57th District. Lady Eagle basketball on Monday, they fell to Martin County on the road, brought back the L, -21 against Martin County. They are bookending Martin County games as they are hosting Martin County tomorrow evening at 7:30. They're hoping to reverse that 21-point loss against Martin County, again, playing them back-to-back as the schedule would have it. Lady Golden Eagles right now, 5 wins, 12 losses. They are 2-2 in the 57th. Coach Landon Sloan and his Tigers of Paintsville, a 66-53 win over Martin County on Tuesday of this week. That was at the home of the Tigers. They are not playing until next Tuesday, hosting Magoffin County. Magoffin County traveling to the home of the Tigers next Tuesday night. The boys from Paintsville, as far as the 57th District, they are right now they in Martin County actually are among the top seeded. Paintsville right now at a 13-4 record. Martin County at a 13-5, but Martin County's got a 3-1 district run right now. Lady Tigers, real quickly, a loss by 10, 52-62. That was hosting Floyd Central on Tuesday of this week. They are hosting East Ridge tonight and then host Martin County tomorrow. Now, more on the cold front that is coming across eastern Kentucky in the morning and throughout the day. That will give us right now what still looks to be some light snow, but with another cold day tomorrow and a very cold morning that will start it all, roads could become very dicey very quick. A trace to an inch or so right now looks to be a good estimate. Precipitation getting closer to the viewing area in form of some snow, a 40% chance of some snow. We're still a little ways away from actually seeing it start to whiten the ground. And with cloudy skies, we'll see about a 27-degree low tonight. 50% chance of snow in the first part of your Friday. And with that, we'll see winds coming out of the northwest 5 to 7 early. Right now, less than a half an inch or so possible tomorrow, according to the National Weather Service. Temperatures hovering right at freezing at 32 tomorrow. Wind chills, though, tomorrow night, certainly. As we get down to 11 degrees, we're going to see winds still out of the northwest, and they're going to pick up to 15 miles per hour or so. That will put wind chills tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, down to as low as 3. And that will keep anything that falls on the ground for a little while. And we're not even going to see the freezing mark by your Saturday. 27 for the first half of your weekend. Sunny. 15 for the low that night. Clouds will increase Saturday night. There's nothing to be made. No precipitation. It would be white, but not white or wet. And those clouds will give way to partly sunny skies on your Sunday, and temperatures will recover to 41 for the latter half of your weekend under partly sunny skies. So keep that in mind. Some light snowfall to fall tonight, and cold enough temperatures to make even the slightest of snow a bit of a slippery situation in the morning. As for next week, here's a change for you. 45 and sunny on your Monday. We'll make a short little, at least 2-day run in the 50s. 53, partly sunny on your Tuesday. Then rain moves in for your Wednesday with that warm air at 54. And then I think we'll start to go back the other way by this time next week with clouds and rain and lower temperatures by Thursday of next week. So that's it. It's Kentucky weather, and that means there's always changes just around the corner, and there's always something happening, and that's something right now. Later on tonight and in the morning will be in the form of some light snow. So keep an eye. Don't let it get you caught off guard. And that's it. I'll wrap up this week of programming when I see you back here tomorrow night. For now, stay in if you can, and stay warm, and stay safe. And I'll see you then. Good night.